Well, it's been a fun morning so far, and we're just getting into this whole thing with the Xbox Series S and the Xbox Series X pre-orders going live a little while ago. They went live at 11 a.m. Eastern, and everything just broke like right away. It's so strange. Each location online, each retailer has had a different problem, and it's been kind of a struggle, but I did manage to at least secure an Xbox Series X, at least right now. I guess they could always be canceled on me, but I did manage to get one through Walmart. What I'm doing now is kind of going around and looking for Xbox Series S systems, and I'm just currently hanging out for Amazon, because I think Amazon might be the next best place to grab it, since I was trying to get it on Target, and the pre-order button didn't work, but it kind of worked. It kept saying that my cart was like full and I couldn't add any more Xbox Series S systems, but I didn't have any in there. And again, it's been kind of a mess online today with the whole thing with the Xbox Series S and X so far. Which brings up an interesting point, pitting the Xbox pre-orders versus the PlayStation 5 pre-orders. I guess which one handled it better and which one we would prefer. Guys, if you enjoy this video, make sure you like it down below and subscribe if you are new here. Also, let me know down in the comments if you managed to get an Xbox, whether it's a Series S or a Series X, because right now people are just scrambling for any one that they can get. I am going to attempt to get it at least the minimum one of each so we can do a teardown on them. The one I got from Walmart says that I will be getting it on Thursday, 2 days after release. So that teardown will probably end up happening, I guess, over the weekend, or who knows, maybe I'll just put it out on Thursday and we'll just go with it from there, right? But what happened was 11 a.m. Eastern this morning, they went live. We all knew this was happening. We've known this happening for over a week now, right? It's been a while that we've been kind of hanging out. So I thought, all right, well, we may have bots and other scripts ready to go for this as well. But if we have some sort of security measure in place on these different sites, if retailers care enough, that is, then we wouldn't have to go through those issues that NVIDIA just went through with the RTX 3080. And I will still say, I think something similar still kind of happened to the PlayStation 5, but not on the level of that RTX 3080. Basically, there have been examples in play right now to show, oh, maybe we should make sure we are ready for a high amount of traffic, some of which is not actually people showing up, right? Rather scripts and bots. That didn't seem to happen, however, as even Microsoft's own site crashed. Like, it was crazy. I did not expect their own site to struggle under the amount of traffic that they were doing. But what's weird to me here is you would figure Microsoft would understand that this was going to get out of control because they just announced yesterday that they bought Bethesda. That is a massive driving force for traffic and the need for these pre-orders for people, right? There are going to be people who are all of a sudden like, oh, well, Microsoft owns Bethesda now? I should probably get in on one of these Xbox systems, the Series S or the Series X. I mean, it was massive yesterday, right? So much talk was going on about Microsoft, the Xbox, Bethesda. Where are these IPs going to land? Are they still going to have some of them on other platforms? Are they just Xbox and PC and Windows 10 exclusives now? So a lot of questions, but the idea was there was so much conversation around it, and it was a clear PR move by Microsoft because the deal won't be complete until the first half of next year anyway, that they were trying to drive up demand for the pre-orders like they should. But when you do that, you got to make sure you at least have some stock, because when the numbers started coming in for how many that places like GameStop was going to have, which was like 7 Xbox Series X systems and like 3, maybe 4 at best for the Series S, is a little confusing for that one there. Max, or Dreamcast guy, did go out and stood in front of a GameStop for 4 hours to make sure that he was able to get one. And he even said that like 20 or 30 people showed up. There was like 8 or 9 Xboxes there. It's the weirdest thing for Microsoft to really bring up all of this interest and then just not be able to deliver when it comes to the stock. Now, I guess the one positive on that is that, well, Dreamcast guy wanted to go out and wait in line because we knew when this was all going to happen. He had the ability to plan around this date, this time. So in that instance, if you were someone who was going to go to a store and you were willing to wait in line, this probably worked out better for you than the PlayStation 5, which just dropped, mostly because what happened was a retailer just said, we're going live, that's it. And then all the other retailers followed. They were supposed to wait until the next morning to start these pre-orders at, I guess, open, specified time, not really, just whenever they open, start taking pre-orders. GameStop even apparently flipped a switch in their system and said, yep, go ahead, start taking PlayStation 5 pre-orders. And on one side, people were saying, hey, you know what? That would make it harder for bots and scripts to then come in and just grab a bunch of stock. And you know what? That's actually correct, I guess, to a degree. But as soon as they get their bearings as well and they can point their bots and stuff at the right spot, I'm sure they managed to secure quite a few of them. I think we also have to look at some of these retailers as well who should understand, especially with these launches, that there's going to be a lot of traffic around them. I don't know if they don't take them as seriously still. I know to them they're thinking, oh, if people just buy them, who cares who buys them, right? It doesn't matter if one person buys like 3 or 4 of them due to a bot that might even be changing their IP address and address and all this stuff. Who cares? We're selling them. That's good enough. But it's still with these companies like Microsoft and Sony that are providing these systems, you figure Best Buy, Target, Walmart, all these places would be a little better when it comes to their listings and understand that these are hot items and they're going to get hit really, really hard on release. So it's strange to me that every time this happens, especially with the past few, right? The PS5, the RTX 3080, and now the Series S and X, they've buckled under the weight every single time. So now the hope is that as the day goes on here, more and more places will open up. I saw one for Sam's Club open up that seemed to be doing okay. Amazon is still getting hit pretty hard and they keep doing different listings and we're waiting for certain buttons to go to pre-order and all of this. And I see the Microsoft store occasionally coming back with pre-orders for the Xbox Series S. So don't stop looking just yet. Seriously, keep going out there. You might be able to find it today, but the hope is that even if everything sells out today, that Microsoft is able to provide more systems for pre-orders over the coming weeks as we head towards launch. And my real hope would be that they still have some in stores and are able to provide more than they were. Well, today, it really didn't seem like a lot where it was out there. It actually seems like it may have even been less than the PlayStation 5, how many were in stock for that system. So another frustrating launch with pre-orders. The one good thing is though, I managed to get at least one of them. I couldn't get any PS5 systems as of yet. At least I managed to get an Xbox Series X. I'm going to continue following up on the Series S and then eventually that PlayStation 5. Let me know what you guys think about this situation down below. Let me know which launch you preferred, right? And I'm sure you might prefer the PS5 launch if you got a PS5 or vice versa, right? And weren't able to get the other. But would you rather pre-orders go live just like randomly throughout the day and not even tell us exactly when? Or do you like the idea of being able to plan everything around a certain time, a certain day? We know exactly when these things are going live and just try your luck there. Thanks guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.